Hi! So we're here and Daisy's hiding underneath
Yes.
this blanket.
So
You can't even see her.
We don't know what end we'll find.
Yes, she's purred and deep.
It's cold.
It's super cold.
It's January!
Yay!
Which is why we're going to discuss dun, dun, dun.
Ta-da! Eating healthy.
Ugh.
It's hard. So we just want to talk about some things because as performers, even as artists, if you're doing other kind of artwork, what you put into your body is really important, and it fuels and affects a lot of things. And as performers, we especially feel that
Yes.
a great deal. So there's lots of diets and fads out there, and people have very strong opinions about many of them.
Yes.
So we don't want to get into that, but just talking about tips about being healthy, things that we have tried that are good and helpful, things to think about.
I'm currently a little grumpy, I will confess. I'm trying, it's not a diet per se, it's a cleanse. That's how it's marketed on the website. And it's free. I didn't have to buy any supplements, or I take my own vitamins. I wasn't going to drink some goopy stuff, which is fine if you do.
Yes.
I probably will drink some goopy stuff someday. But it's cutting out all sugars, all carbs, well, any kind of grains, legumes, no alcohol, obviously. Those are the main things. I mean, I can eat any meat. It should be grass-fed, ideally. As many vegetables as I want, and that's the problem. I don't want them. So, healthy eating. Tell us about it.
If you can start to cut out, as a performer especially, is the amount of sugar that you eat. Or just take a journal and write down when you eat sugar. And it's a little scary, because then you start to see how much is in our diet as Americans, as Westerners.
Even, like, if you eat just a sandwich with mayonnaise, lettuce, and tomato, your bread most likely has sugar, or even worse, high fructose corn syrup.
Yeah.
Your mayonnaise will have some type of sugar in it. I mean, it's insane.
It's really insane. And sugar inflames things. So that means that if you do have problems or even just getting sick, so it's January, there are colds and the flu is bad this year, eating lots of sugar is going to make you more susceptible to getting sick. And as a performer, that's a really bad thing. So staying away from sugar can help that. Now I would say I try to cut out a lot of the sugar that I eat, and when you first do it, it's really difficult. And you crave sugar, like you crave it because it is an addiction.
Yeah.
But once you have been off of it for a while, like I know there's times where I'm like, oh, I really want a candy bar, and I have this vision of what I thought it tasted like, and then I try it and I'm like, ooh, that's kind of gross.
Right.
So you start to rework your palate a little bit to taste things that are better for you, but it takes time.
This is early in my process, so maybe we'll do an update later.
Yes, of what it.
When I'm less grumpy. The holidays totally, ruined me. I was trying to eat a little healthier, and then I was just like, Christmas cookies, So.
Yeah, I do think small steps and finding people to help you.
Yeah, so
and
you
then,
don't have to be extreme like me. Cut
Cut out
sugary
sugar
drinks.
and your drinks. That's a great first step to do.
So I don't really drink soda, which is good, but I love honey in my tea. I've been drinking decaffeinated tea without honey, and you know what? It's not bad.
Yeah.
I actually like it.
We've talked about keeping a journal of what you write or what you eat, and even if that's just for a week, so it doesn't have to be for forever, but for a week you say, I'm going to just write down everything I'm eating so that you have a clear picture, because I can have in my mind what I'm doing and then when I keep track of it, I'm like, oh, that's very different. So that's a good way, I think, of doing things. If you need structure, it could be finding a good lifestyle, and I think about this as lifestyle, not a diet.
Right.
So it's a lifestyle of being healthy, and you're investing for the future. So by eating healthy now, you're taking care of your organs and your heart and all these things for the future, so that you can perform for a really long time.
Right.
As Americans, we eat a lot of meat, and cutting back somewhat on that can be a really healthy thing too. So even if it's saying, on Mondays I'm not going to eat meat, so you pick one day that's Meatless Monday or something. That can be a way of just, again, being aware and taking kind of stock of that. But small steps. I think
Yes.
that's really key. Drinking lots of water.
Yes,
It's a good
I do
thing.
like water.
I'm bad at that.
It's the one thing I have over her
She
in
does.
healthy eating.
Like,
The
I
one.
didn't drink my water. I drank too much coffee.
And I mean, well, I'll speak for myself. I don't eat too much fast food, but obviously that's cut out. Like, and that, if you could just pack a healthier lunch, even if it is a sandwich with a little bit of high fructose corn syrup in your bread, you are better off than getting a cheeseburger from Wendy's, which is amazing.
They are amazing,
Yes.
but don't do it.
Don't do it because, again, your palate can change. That can be a treat
Yeah.
every now and then, because now when I have a Wendy's cheeseburger, I'm like, this is amazing. But if I had it every day, I'd be like,
Yeah.
So.
And if you've seen Super Size Me, you can see what happens if you eat it every day.
Right.
Don't do that.
Again, that might be a little extreme.
It's a little
But
extreme.
it's very interesting.
Yeah.
So cut out fast food.
Yeah.
You also save money,
Yes.
and you pack healthier things.
Yeah.
And then if that's, I know when I'm teaching and I pack a lunch, that's all I have to eat. So if I'm not hungry for carrots, well, I'm eating a bag of carrots
Too
because that's
bad.
all I have.
So just as an encouragement, I think that, so many people set out well in January and then it comes crashing, burning down. So it's reevaluating and just thinking long term, I want to live healthy. And being around people who also eat healthy is helpful.
Oh my, yes.
Because that can really change things.
Sugar is yummy, but so is a cucumber,
Yes.
and we'll go with that.
So the cucumber, she's lying at this point, but yes.
I do like cucumbers. I was trying to think of like one veggie that I would be like, yes.
That you want to eat.
Yes. Yeah.
You have tips or things that you do to stay healthy and meals that you use or just ways to stay on track of thinking about long-term health, not just the short term.
Please share.
Please share because we're willing to learn and grow.
I would like to know.
Yeah. To make 2015 even better.
That's right. Woohoo!
Wait. So you can find us and subscribe here on YouTube and leave comments and tell us your ideas. Find us on Facebook and Twitter and subscribe to us on email.
Yes.
We'll send little updates as well. So those are our tips.
That's right.
Unscientific, experiential tips. Stop trying to eat healthy. Bye.
Bye.